First it was Shanti Tantri and Raghavan, and now you have come. Yes, I am ready.
Yes, you can start.
Om. Punaha pranaha punaratma na yetu. That's what I was discussing, if I am right. I dictated that. Punah pranaha, not that, sorry. The same mantra, punaschakshuhu punar asuhu na yetu, right?
Okay.
Punaha chakshuhu punaha asuhu na yetu. That was Atharva 6:53-2. I think I'm right.
Okay.
The earlier one was also from the same mantra, and it also means the same thing. Punaha chakshuhu punaha asuhu na yetu. Now it's very clearly an indication what we have got in the Vedas about rebirth. Rebirth. Yetu inigatav. So one of the meanings of gati is prapti. Let me have. Punaha chakshuhu. Once again eyes. Punaha asuhu. Naha, we shall. We shall get once again life, once again eyes. I've been telling that these eyes are many a time used as a representative for complete sense organs. It's called as the upalakshana. When I say eyes, it doesn't mean only eyes. It's a representative for the whole group of sense organs, including manas, sharira, and all this to become live. Asuhu. So let me get once again this life, once again the Sharira Indriya Manas. Now I got a few things to understand here. Of course, our goal is always to go out of birth and death cycle, to reach a state of moksha or bliss. Then why wish for the Sharira Indriya Manas and rebirth? It's a tricky question. The answer is very simple. Of course, that is our ultimate goal, to come out of this birth and death cycle and be in a state of bliss for a long time. That's fine, that's our intention. But it will not happen so easily. For that sake, we have to work and temper our souls, strengthen our souls, purify our souls. And this is possible only when we are in this birth and death cycle, and that too only when we take a human form. Only as human beings is possible for us to work for the upliftment of the soul, not otherwise. So this upliftment of soul is very, very important. And for that sake, just 100 years, assuming that we live for full 100 years, is not sufficient. We require many births as human beings. So with that, yes, it's possible for us to inch towards that state of deserving that moksha. Can move towards it. And we are not sure whether we have really reached that state or not. As on date, we have not reached. That's why we are in this human form. If we had reached that, we would not have taken birth at all. That means we are still in the birth and death cycle. How long we have to be, we don't know. But just because saying that if I have not reached that, please give me once again birth as a human being, once again my eyes, once again my sense organs, once again my life. I'll work for it. If I have really reached that stage, even though my prayer is like that, it will not be answered. They'll say, you have reached that level, forget about your birth and death. You will be promoted to that state of bliss. It's very easy. But because I'm ignorant where I am, what will happen in my next birth, Either I will take birth or whether I will be out of birth and death cycle. My honest prayer is, I want birth, I want to live again and work for the upliftment of soul. Punaschakshuhu, punarasuhu na etu. Punaha asuhu. So you are ready to take another birth. You are ready to work for it again. If yet something is due, at least in this life something is due. That is very clear. That's why I have taken birth. If something else is still due, yes, we don't mind taking birth again and again and getting ourselves prepared, making ourselves deserving for the state of bliss. Punaha chakshuhu. Punaha asuhu na yetu. That's our prayer. Now in this prayer we are making again and again. At the same time, we will be reminded of that we are supposed to get out of this birth and death cycle. We are reminded. Prayer is right. But behind this prayer, we have got a motivation to get out of this birth and death cycle. That's also reminded. Okay, to achieve it, you want this, right? But this is not the ultimate. In every birth, you have to work and work. You have to purify your soul, you have to strengthen your soul, and be ready to reach that state of moksha. So that reminds us of our ultimate goal too. It's not just you are saying, okay, let me be born again and again. Now here, another, though not directly related, I got another point to observe. Krishna says, Dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. We are familiar with this. Dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. That is, he is such a great person, such a great scholar. He says that I don't mind taking birth again and again and again until dharma is established. Until all the people on this planet are happy, are in a welfare state. I will work again and again. For that sake, if I am supposed to take birth again and again, I don't mind. Is what he says. Now this very dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yugegi itself is a proof that he is a mortal as you and me. But of course, a noble person. Of course, a noble person. It's not an avatara. It's not an avatara. He's a great person whose very goal of life is welfare of all other living beings. So for that sake, he doesn't mind. He says, I don't want moksha. If it has to come, it will come on its own. But my duty shall be to work for the welfare of all living beings around me, maybe in this life, maybe in lives to come. I'm ready to do it. It's a great ambition. It's a great wish. That's why he is revered by us. He deserves all our reverence, not puja. Or if you understand puja in the right sense, to revere him and follow his ideals itself is real puja. This is how we try to understand Krishna. Not only Krishna, we have got different other people also. Say Swami Vivekananda. If you read his life history, he again and again says, I don't want moksha, I don't want moksha. Until the tears of the lost man is wiped out, I would like to take births again and again. I don't mind, I don't mind. I don't want moksha. This is what he says again and again. And as an answer to some people who used to say, Swamiji, you are so great. You just go to Himalayas and sit for tapas, you get moksha in this very janma. You need not take birth. You can escape the cycle of birth and death. He says, no, I am not interested. My individual progress, my individually getting moksha, I am not interested. I want every brethren of mine to be peaceful, in harmony, and in comfort. I want to work for it. and that shall be my goal. I don't want moksha. That's what he says. Still going back, Dayananda Saraswati also spoke the same thing. Same question, same answer. You are such a great tapasvi. If you mind, you can achieve moksha. This could be your last life. But why is it? You are crying over the problems and difficulties of these mundane people. He says, no. When they are all crying, when they are all in problems, when they are in trouble, my trying for moksha is too selfish. I don't want it. I want to come again and again. I want to take birth again as a human being and work for the welfare of my brothers and sisters. That's what he said. Of course, every one of us, for true human beings, our main goal will be punaha chakshu, punaha asuhu nayetu. It's not that we don't want moksha, but before moksha, we want to do something, we want to achieve. And of course, this getting birth again and again, working for the welfare and comfort of our fellow beings itself is a right path for moksha. That point is also there. If you leave all these people in their lurch and try alone for moksha, that person will never get moksha. He has to be here. He has to be with these people. He has to work for the welfare of these people. He has to wipe out the tears of these people. And that's the right royal path for his moksha, which will happen automatically, even without asking for it. In one of the Veda mantras, it says, Ma chitta small lokat. Don't run away from this world. That's what many people do. They say, I'm doing sadhana, I'm doing tapas, I do this, I do that. So many things they say, and run away from their daily routine responsibilities. Go to caves, go to forests, go to mountains, do tapas, something. But Vedas say, no, don't run away. It is pure escapism. Live here. Whatever you want to do it here. If you don't want, fine, do it for others. So that others will be benefited of your work. And you are selflessly working for the welfare of your fellow beings and other creatures itself will take you to the higher heights. Ma chitta small loka. Don't sever yourself from the mundane things. But be sure, because you are here in the mundane affairs, don't get yourself entangled in it or get attached to it. See, that's the beauty of it. You are in it, but you are not in it. You are in it, but you are not glued to it. You are in it, you are not attached to it. You are in it, you are not bound to it. Don't run away, don't run away. Be here. See what is happening to others. Do your best to relieve them of their discomforts, their diseases, their problems. Do it. But never get attached. Be detached, but perform your duties. You see, this is the best way of leading our life. This is the best stance that you can take in our life. For that sake, okay, even if I get my chakshuhu, even my asuhu, again and again, nothing bothers me. Because not for my sake I am taking it. It's for the sake of other fellow living beings who are suffering. I can't see their suffering. So this very nature of not able to see the suffering of others around itself is a great quality that a person needs for getting moksha. It's not running away. It's not running away. It's not wearing kavi, saffron robes and running away. No, it's all escapism. There's nothing there in that saffron robes. There's nothing there in living alone. There's nothing there in running away from the realities of life. We are here. We want to be here. In the midst of it, we are doing our duties. We are performing our duties. But we are not getting entangled into it. We are not disturbed by it. That is to the extent of getting involved in that, getting touched by that. Internally, I am not attached. Externally, I am with them and I react to their difficulties. And whatever duties are assigned to me to be performed as a human being, yes, I'll do it as though it is my duty without any expectation. This also we are seeing. Kurvanneveha karmani jijivishe chatagam samaha. Just because I've asked for my eyes and life again and again, it doesn't mean that I'm going to end it now. No. I shall live for 100 years. If possible, more than 100 years. And I shall perform my duty. And at one stage, the Sharira Indriya Manas becomes old, becomes worn. Then at that stage, yes, I'm forced to get out of this Sharira Indriya Manas, which cannot be used further. But I want one more instrument, Sharira Indriya Manas, and do or continue my work, what I have been doing. And this is for doing my duties. Kurvanneveha karmani, iha karmani kurvan. I want to perform my duties. As though it's my duty, that's all. I have no expectation. And I should do it for as many years as possible. Jijivisha, wish to live. Jijivishe chatagam samaha. Evam toyin anyathe tosti na karma lipyate nare. Lipya means, lipyate means it never gets attached. It never gets glued. Yes, I am doing my duties, still I am not attached. I am in it, but it never touches me. It appears as a paradoxical statement, but that is a reality. How can you be in a thing and not get attached to it? Yes. Physical involvement is there, spiritual detachment is there. Levels are different. It's not physical attachment, detachment at the same time, no. It can be detachment or attachment, one of them can happen. But here levels are different. Physically, mentally, you are attached. But internally, spiritually, you are not attached. So it is attachment within detachment, or converse is also true, detachment in attachment. But levels are different. Levels are different. But finally, we are not running away from the life. That's the thing. We are not running away from the life. Because I consider this life as a great opportunity for working for the welfare of others, through which become deserving for the bliss, moksha, ananda. I'm not running away. I'm not running away. So this stance, this attitude, this perspective is explained in this Veda mantra. It says, Punaschakshuhu, Punarasuhu nayetu. Let it come. Let it come. Let me have eyes again, my Sharira Indriya Manas again, life again. And every time I am born, I take it as a great opportunity to work for welfare of the society. If this lesson is taught to everyone around us, see how the world and society will be. It's so wonderful. Everybody understand this life as an opportunity to serve others. Nobody will be selfish. Of course, if I can call them as selfish, yes, they'll be selfish with reference to the ultimate goal. They want moksha finally, fine. But here in this life, they are always cooperative, they are always supporting, they always emanate love and cooperation. They are never selfish. Yes, we want that. This is what the purpose of education should be. This is what we have to teach our children. This is what we have to spread in the society. Then we are able to create a better society than what we are in. No wars, no threats, no terrorism, It's all love and cooperation. Punaschakshuhu, punarasuhu nayetu. We want again Sharindra Manas. We'll have it not for meeting our selfish requirements, not for catering to our personal needs, selfish needs, no, but for using this life itself as a great opportunity for working for the peace of the world. What is the benefit? Don't worry about it. If you are on the track, today or tomorrow you will become deserving for that moksha. It will happen automatically. Your responsibility shall be to perform your duty, that's all. Once again, karmani eva adhikara hate ma phaleshu kalasha. Don't worry about the fruits. It will come. You are assured of it. But don't worry about the fruits. The same time and the same energy, use it for doing some more service. Be doing your duties. Excellent. Are you in the life? Yes, I'm very much in the life. Are you attached? No. Are you disturbed by the woes of your fellow beings? Yes. But are you personally in trouble? No. Personally, I'm very happy. It's a beautiful condition. Though it appears paradoxical on the face of it, that is the one what is to be achieved. There is a balance between the mundane and the spiritual. What is mundane is referred to as iha, and what is spiritual is referred to as para. That which is superior. So the perfect balance between iha and para is what is required for a successful life, for a meaningful life, for a purposeful life. Balance between iha and para. Iha is there for para. To achieve para, iha is inevitable. See, that's the way they are related. You cannot run away from iha and achieve para. Through iha only you have to go to para. But being in iha, if you lose yourself, para is gone. Though you are in iha, you should be eyeing at para. Though you are in iha, you should not get lost in that, but proceed towards para through iha. It's a beautiful combination between iha and para. And it's beautiful combination, balanced way of managing both iha and para is there only in Vedas. Only in Vedas. In all the scriptures, what you know, either a stress on para or the stress on iha. Only iha or only para will not help us. It's a beautiful combination, balance between the two only, which is really helpful, meaningful, purposeful. And that's given here. I want to live. I want to be born again and again. That's about mundane things, iha. But why? They work for my para. Beautiful. Punaschakshuhu, punarasuhu na yetu. Next one. Namo Deva Janebhyaha. Very simple. Namo Deva Janebhyaha. Atharva 6:56:1. Namo Deva Janebhyaha. Devajana, noble people. To put it in a very simple way, noble people. Who are noble? Just now we have discussed. Whoever is capable of balancing iha and para is a noble person. who through his labor in Iha tries to achieve his para. He is a noble person. Devajanebhya, for them, or my respects. Namaha. Nama prahvatve. Tatha dadha nama prahvatve. To be a Vinaya Shila, I surrender, I follow, I take the guidance of Devajanebhya. Yes, they are our guides. They are well ahead of us and are capable of balancing Iha and para. So that whole trick, the whole formula of balancing Iha and para, yes, we look at them and learn it. So for that sake, all our reverence is for them. My prostrations to them. Namo Devajanebhya. Only when we accept their supremacy in the field of balancing Iha and para, fine. We will also be guided, we will also be moving towards that state. But for that, we should not be haughty, we should not be egoistic, we should be benevolent. Namaha, yes. We are humble. We are humble, and because of humble nature and humility, yes, we take them as our guides and tread their path. Namo Devajanebhya. Yashasam, next one, Yashasam, Meendro, Yashasam, Meendro, Maghavan, Krunot. Yashasam, Meendro, Maghavan, Krunot. Atharva 6, 58, 1. 6, 58, 1. Yashasam Meendro Maghavan Krunotu. Ma Indro, that's all. Ma Indro, Meendro. Indraha Ma Indraha Maghavan Indraha Ma Yashasam Krunotu. Yashasam Ma Indro Maghavan Krunotu. Indra, Idi Paramaishwarye, that's the root, the richest. So the richest is very clear. It is nothing but the same Satchidananda. That's the richest. Maghavan, Magha iti Aishwarya Nama. So the stress on that. He is the wealthiest, he is the richest. Magha iti Aishwarya Nama. Maghavan. One who is the master of wealth. And one he is all wealthiest. Maghavan Indraha Ma Yashasam Krunotu. Let him make me Yashasam. Yashasam means on the face of it, it appears as one is famous. But the actual meaning of it is make me successful. To become famous is not the good parameter. Because we have got in prasiddhi two things, suprasiddhi, kuprasiddhi. So that's a dangerous thing. So prasiddhi doesn't always mean suprasiddhi. Fame in the right sense. No. Kuprasiddhi is also there. But I say successful is just a different issue. So Yashasaha, it's better we understand it as successful, and that will fit into suprasiddhi. Kuprasiddhi is known as notorious. That word you are familiar. A person is notorious, also is famous, but is notorious. That's kuprasiddhi. You don't want that kuprasiddhi. You don't want to be notorious. You want to be successful and be recognized as such. So this is a simple meaning what I have got of the word. But how to be successful? That's a very great thing to discuss. Because today we find everywhere secrets of success, formula for success. Do this, do that, you will be successful, this and that. And if you observe, most of the time, the success what they are speaking is referred to only mundane things. Only to this laukika life, this physical world. And very few or none of them speak out the success in spiritual field. It's a very tough point. To become successful in life, materialistically, is okay. Relatively, it's very easy and simple. But in that itself, we are finding it difficult, and we want so many people to guide us, so many people to conduct camps, so many people to conduct conferences and guide us. Finally, what you are getting? Materially, you are become successful. Over. But will material success really bring us the comfort and peace what you are expecting? No. It will not work out. The spiritual success, experience of peace is ultimate. It's beyond materialistic success. It doesn't mean that materially we should not be successful. Of course, we want materially also successful, but it's not the end of it. And we should not spend whole of our life for materialistic things. Until we reach one particular level where we can lead a simple life, that's enough. We should be contented with that. We should be happy with that. And the remaining time, the remaining energy, everything, we should devote for the spiritual success. Material success is visible. Anybody can see how you have progressed materially. But spiritual success, it's very difficult for even us to evaluate because it's totally an internal thing. Totally an internal thing, not visible. Indirectly, it is visible. Indirectly, it is visible. A person who is spiritually successful will ooze peace around him. He'll be peaceful, he'll be happy, he'll be comfortable under any circumstance, and will radiate the same thing around the people around. If you are in the company of such people, you also feel happy. Maybe we have got some problems, maybe we have got some difficulties, but still, if you get into their company, yes, we feel a sort of a peace and comfort. And we'll have a great opportunity to share our problems with them, and they'll take care of it. They will guide us. And if we follow it, and we are relieved of it. So that's the greatness of them. That is spiritual success. Indirectly, you'll be able to know what spiritual success is in that way. So real success is that spiritual success. Materialistic success, okay, we can achieve in a few years, few decades, in one's life, fine. But spiritual success, it is too tough to get it in one full lifetime. Because it requires a lot of reorientation in us. The way we look at things, the way we will perceive the world around us, the way we understand, the way we study, the way we realize truths, the way we experiment with truth. So many things are there. It's not one lifetime's job. That's why we don't mind. Punaschakshuhu, punarashu, nayetu. Ask for again and again. So to finally we'll be able to achieve our spiritual success. Yeshaha. So how do you understand? Yeshaha is the crux of the whole piece of the mantra. Are you seeing this Yeshaha as external, or are you seeing this Yeshaha as internal? If it's internal, yes, you are saved. If external, even at the end of that road, even at the end of road to success materially, yes, we will be dissatisfied. We will not be contented. We will be finding, I miss something, I miss something, I miss something. What is it we miss? That is spiritual success. We may be able to understand it well, or we may not be. But that's the truth, that's a fact. Only those who are after spiritual success, material success will follow automatically. That's another very good point we have to understand. The goal is spiritual success, material success also will follow. But if your goal is material success, spiritual success will not follow. One brings the other one fails to bring the other. Once again, this material success is not becoming very, very affluent. It's not just that. It's not just that. It's not making money. It's not holding comforts, luxury items. Real material success is to have that much sufficient to cater to our basic needs over food, clothing, shelter, bus. Enough. We can survive. Whatever is required for our survival, whatever is required for a healthy living, that's enough. That's all has to be defined as material success. And then our goal should be diverted towards the spiritual success. So it results that we have got two types of goals. Of course, material goal is there. We are not leaving it. But that itself is not all. Material goal is also there. Spiritual goal is also there. Both we have to keep in mind. Is it my words? No. Ubhayatra te artham. It's a piece of the Veda mantra. Ubhayatra te artham. Artham is goal. Your goal, your target is ubhayatra, is twofold. One is the materialistic one, and the other one is the spiritualistic one. Don't miss one for the other. Both you have to balance. You have to balance your yaha, you have to balance your para. And that is called as real yashas. That is real success. It's not just one goal, it's two goals we have. But of course, that goal to sustain ourselves, to live in a healthy way, okay, that's the first goal. But that's not the end of it. It is one stage. The next stage is spiritual pursuit. One after another. But even while working for this mundane materialistic success, we should not forget about the spiritual values. Subject to those spiritual values only, we have to achieve materialistic success. Otherwise, we will be forced to achieve materialistically by hook or crook. That's completely against the spiritual goal. We have to keep both in mind. We have to work within the framework of spiritual pursuit and get our basic needs satisfied, then move towards the spiritual goal. Both go hand in hand. Ubhayatra te artham is one of the piece of the Veda mantra. Keeping all those things in mind, I'm explaining this. It's not just I am interpreting in my own way. There is some basis for that, there is some authority for it. It says very clearly, your goal is twofold, not just one. But look around us, look around us. Most of the people around us, they are materialistically oriented. They don't have that other dimension of spiritual progress, spiritual yashas, spiritual success. They miss it. So in spite of getting all the money they want, all the comforts they want, still internally they are dissatisfied because they are not able to experience what they really want to experience, that is peace and harmony and bliss. They are not able to. On the other hand, we have got pseudo-spiritual leaders. Pseudo. They are not actually spiritual leaders. They are pseudo-spiritual. They pose themselves as their great spiritual leaders. There are so many of them. They sell spirituality for crores and crores of rupees. They travel throughout the world, amass wealth, and they too at the end feel they have missed something. But people will recognize them as great spiritual leaders. They got that yashas, that's fame. But ultimately, they fail. They themselves will not be able to experience that comfort and peace. They are not at peace. We have got such spiritual leaders, so many, even today around us. Great spiritual leaders. But you move with them closely for a day or two, you'll understand that they too are not better than what we are. But they are famous. They got that yashas. They got all that material comforts. The problem is, though they speak of spirituality, it's only from their throat and not from their heart. That's why I call them as pseudo-spiritual leaders. Any of them are. And of course, in their company, a few genuine people will experience a little peace. It's not because of those spiritual leaders, it's because of their goodness. They experience it. But they attribute it to that guru, a spiritual guru. I have been seeing it. And finally, at one point of time, they also feel that no, I didn't get whatever I wanted. I just got a feel of it, that's all. And they move away. Or maybe they also become pseudo-spiritual followers. That's what is happening. I don't want to name them. If you just look around, you just look into the near history, yes, you will find so many such people around us. So many such people. And where this materialistic success is more, there the need for such spiritual gurus are more. That's another peculiar thing. They sell like hotcakes. And that's what they want, because they are pseudo-spiritual leaders. They rush there, open an ashram, conduct satsangs, do this, do that, and make sufficient money. Their ultimate goal is not spiritual success. Their ultimate goal is not spiritual strength, spiritual purity, but using that spiritual strength or unity, what they want is the wealth of the world, materialistic wealth. It's very unfortunate. They mislead themselves and also mislead others. Andheva niyate yatha andhaha. This one proverb in Sanskrit. Andheva niyate yatha andhaha. As blind people are guided by other blind leader. They're all blind. And they want someone to lead. Yes, we have got a great person who can lead. And who is that? He's another blind man. That's what happens. That's what is happening. Should be very careful. So when I say yashasaha, it doesn't mean material success. It doesn't mean materialistic fame. Of course, material requirements are there. I'm not denying it, but that's not the end of it. Our main goal is spiritual success. So it's our prayer with Satchidananda, who is the all-powerful, who is the richest, who is omniscient. With him is our prayer. You guide me, you make me success. You make me a successful person. Of course, materialistically, and more than that, spiritually. That's our prayer. That is, we'll be able to place our priorities right. Priorities right. Ultimate goal is spiritual success. Adhyatmika yashaha. That's our ultimate goal. But we have to pass through bhautika yashaha. You should not miss the ultimate goal. And the path is also set and clear. Ubhayatra te artham. Your goal is twofold. Once you understand this formula, once you understand the balance between the two, yes, you'll be really successful. You'll be really famous. Famous, when I say, it's not that people cheering us. No. Being successful itself is real fame. People will cheer. It's a mob mentality. Somebody does something and say, hi, over, they cheer. They lose nothing in cheering. But mere cheer will not make the person successful. A successful man may not be cheered at. Doesn't matter. He's successful. Success doesn't come on cheers. Success comes out of our labor, out of our understanding, out of our balanced way of leading life, balanced thinking. That's real success. People may cheer, people may not cheer. That doesn't matter at all. But most of the time, the cheering is considered as success. The cheering is considered as fame. So I have to reorient ourselves. We have to look at it from a totally different perspective than what we are doing it today. Next. Joke Pashema. Joke. Jakara, Yakara, Kakara. Joke Pashema. Suryam. Joke Pashema. Surya Mucharantam. Joke Pashema. Surya Mucharantam. Jog Pashyema Surya Mucharantam. Atharva 6:62-3. Jog Pashyema Surya Mucharantam. Jog Pashyema Suryam Utcharantam. Jog Pashyema Suryam Utcharantam. Surya Mucharantam. Atharva 6.62.3. So we shall discuss about it in the next session. That is Sunday. Sunday for me, Saturday for you. Because tomorrow is my dialysis day. So morning I will be busy with that. And we will have it on Sunday for me and Saturday for you. Morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
I'm very happy. You come on net day after day.
We are very happy.
And are eager to listen to these Vedic thoughts. I'm very happy about it. Thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
Okay. Namaste. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ. ಏನಂತೀರ ಆನಂದ್?